Welcome back. As candidates gear up for the 2020 election cycle, digital advertising is becoming a major part of the effort to reach voters. And it's not just candidates spending the money to reach them. According to an Axios article, some of the biggest spenders include issue groups looking to grow grassroots support around hot-button issues like gun control, abortion, and climate change. Joining me now is Axios media reporter Sara Fischer. What stands out to you the most?
Well, I'd say to your point that some of the issues that are really resonating online are really hot button issues, things that you're not always hearing about on cable news or during town halls, but things that are emotionally driven and resonate really well on platforms like Facebook. So that would be things like gun control and abortion. The other thing that stood out to me is that Tom Steyer, the billionaire climate activist, is continuing to spend millions and millions of dollars on his need to impeach campaign against the president, regardless of the fact that he says he's no longer interested in running for president.
So we actually have a graphic on the screen right now. Need to impeach, it looks, is at $3.4 million, and everybody else is way behind. 730,000. Is the closest to that. Let me ask you about this. Democrats have said that candidates can only participate in debates if they raise donations of at least $65,000. Is digital media sort of key at helping to raise some of those $2, $3 here and there?
Yes, because digital media is very actionable. When you're clicking around on your phone or online, it's really easy to just go into a portal where you can send a donation. And the DNC, now that they have 20-some-odd candidates, has said, look, unless you're going to get $65,000, you're not going to be able to enter the debates this summer. So that's why you see all of these candidates on the Democratic side rushing to spend money online.
Is it true that many of President Trump's ads on Facebook target seniors?
Yes. So Axios broke a story last week that found that a lot of Donald Trump's ads, 44%, are actually targeting people that are over 65. And that matters because if you look at how Democrats are approaching this, around 20% of their ads are reaching seniors. Of course, the reason being that's Trump's base. It's going to be seniors who voted for him last time, predominantly white seniors, that he thinks will come out again.
What are the major sites that people are spending dollars on other than Facebook?
So Google, of course, is huge, and it's not just Google, but really YouTube, its video platform. And then it's other ad platforms where it's really easy to buy things in an automated fashion. So things like Twitter, perhaps Snapchat, that's where we saw a lot of ads last year. And one thing you'll notice as we get closer to the campaign, this always happens, is that the candidates will take out what we call homepage takeovers. They'll buy out the homepages of big news sites like the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal.
I have to ask you this. Who fact checks this? Is anybody doing that? I mean, what stops somebody who's got money from putting out a video that's just wrong, that's factually inaccurate?
Well, we don't have anyone that fact checks ads per se, but I will say when it comes to publisher websites, the onus is on the publisher to be fact checking the ads. So, for example, at the New York Times, there's a robust fact checking process that an advertiser has to go through before their ad can hit the site. But this is the big problem with Google and Facebook. We've seen time and time again that those platforms don't have the capacity to fact check the millions of ads that go on their platforms. And quite frankly, that's why we had ads from Russian groups last year.
Right.
That's why we continue to have bad problems. So we'll see heading into 2020 if the platforms do better, but we know the pressure is on them.
Yeah, because I think about an ad coming to CBS News that maybe they fact check and say, no, this is wrong. I don't know exactly how the process works as I speak to you. But what stops somebody from putting up a video on Facebook that goes viral that's factually inaccurate?
There's not really much stopping it. Now, Facebook says that they're using artificial intelligence to be able to weed out things that might be incorrect or might be misinformation. But again, there's really not great technology at this point to be able to weed out anything. And one thing to note is that bad actors, people trying to manipulate the system, they know how the algorithms work. So what they'll do is they'll put up something that's inaccurate or misinformation that's just bad enough but good enough so that the algorithm won't boot it off the platform.
Oh, interesting. Look, a piece of advice. If you see something that seems like it's not true, go do some more Googling about it and go to sites like the Times and CBS News, or those that you respect, to verify. Sara, interesting discussion. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.